Today we're going to explore Harry Potter World. We're going to go in, we're going to show you how to do all the wand magics. We're going to discuss how to best get your wand if you want to get picked. And at the end of the video, I'll show you the 2 hidden spells here over at Universal that aren't marked. We'll see you inside. So this is Ollivanders over here in Hogsmeade. Now if you want to get selected for a wand, this is your best bet compared to Ollivanders over in Diagon Alley. There's only one wand master here. So make sure you show lots of enthusiasm, look the wand master in the eye, and if you don't get selected, go right back into line, come back in again. Often, if the wand master sees you more than one time, they will pick you because it's obvious you want to be selected for your wand. Good luck. Harry Potter World. I'm going to show you how to do each spell. Now, one of the biggest problems that people have when they're trying to cast spells at the different locations is that they make the movements way too big. You want to keep the movement as small as possible, usually in an area like this. When you make them very big, the sensors don't pick them up. So, look for the medallions. They're in front of every spell, except for the 2 hidden spells that are here. We'll show you those at the very end of the video. This is the first spell when you first walk into Harry Potter World here at Universal Studios, and it's the You Know Who. Stand at the medallion, aim here, and the spell is done. Now, you saw that what I did is aim towards where the camera is, and I made a small movement and came straight down. That's how you do that spell. All right, Olivia, you ready?
I guess.
Look at that.
Yeah.
Good job.
Am I a witch now?
You are. So the next spell we're going to try here is the Mermaid. Now, 2 things happen here with the Mermaid spell. When you actually cast the spell successfully, water comes out of the frog like that.
Oh my god.
But she also spits. So the water spraying is random. It happens sporadically. It's not part of the spell. But to do the spell, you stand here. You want to kind of start on her left ear. Well, my left, her right. And you're going to just do an arc across. And then the water will come out. When you cast the spell correctly, water will come out of the frog like you saw before. And every so often, as someone's casting the spell, she'll spray water. I've seen it land on people dead on their heads. By the way, it's a real tricky fountain. So the Mermaid spell actually has a spell on each side. So if there's a line on one side, go to the other side. And yes, it spits on this side too. You'll see that there's a puddle of water over there and a grate. She'll spray water into that area there and into that area over there. Now, on to the next spell. So this location actually has 2 different spells and each does something different here. On this medallion here, you start off doing a circle motion like this. And on this one over here, aiming in this direction, you actually do kind of a 4, like this. So let's show you what happens when you do these spells. Remember, keep your motions small. Everything has to stay small. If you start doing large motions like this, you won't activate the spells. Everything stays small. So the next spell that we're going to do here is over by the ink shop. You can buy ink and quills here and parchment. And this is the Wingardium Leviosa spell. If you look down here, each of the medallions show you how to cast the spell and what you're supposed to say. So with this one, remember we're going to keep it short and sweet. We aim over at the feather and we go Wingardium Leviosa. These extra movements aren't really part of it, I just thought it looked nice. Next spell, we're outside of Wiseacres here. It's one of the shops here, it's all blue, it's right next to the ink shop that we just filmed. Now with this one, you want to aim at the device here, and it's a small S with a big circle around it. And what it will do, when it's working correctly, it'll change and show you a like a bear or a snake or something developing here. But every once in a while, the spells don't specifically work. If a spell doesn't work for you, find one of the wizards all dressed in black, carrying wands, walking around and talk to them about it. But a lot of it also is the glare from the sun. If the glare from the sun is hitting the sensor camera, it has a tendency of not working that spell. So come back later and try again. So here, you're just going to hold the wand straight, and all the eyes are going to open up. Now move your wand around, and the eyes will follow your wand as you move it. And this is to the left of the front of Wiseacres. So the next spell over here in Diagon Alley is over here at the Menagerie. Now remember, this is Silencio. It makes the bird go quiet. The next spell that we're going to show you how to do is right behind me. If you're facing the ice cream shop, it's off to the right hand side, and it looks like a movie theater. Let's see how the spell goes. This spell, you kind of want to aim off to the angle there where the camera is, and you want to do a W. And what we have is dancing trolls. The next spell here at Harry Potter World is I call the Rainmaker. It's a meteorologist. The way you cast this spell is keep your movements very small. It's to the side and then all the way over. Of all the spells in the alley here, this is my favorite one, especially at nighttime. It literally lights up the alley, and it's quite beautiful. You're going to aim at the knot in the, right underneath the overhang here, there's a knot, and you're going to aim at that knot. And the spell you're going to do is a triangle with a slight loop in the center. Ta-da! It's Olivia's turn.
It's not anti-clockwise.
Open the door. And Olivia's turn again. This spell casts silence, so while they're singing, you can make them be quiet. And it's a simple S. This is a mimic type of spell.
Now what?
Just hold it. There we are. Now, as she moves, the skeleton moves.
Oh, weird.
And it will follow her body. and she casts the spell, and a house elf falls up the chimney. Good job. And welcome to Hogsmeade. The first spell over here in Hogsmeade is over here at Zanko's joke shop, and it's literally right as you walk in to Hogsmeade's village. So this spell itself is a little tricky. This is the one that's always given me a little bit of a hard time. You gotta come up to this window. Next spell is between Zanko's joke and trick shop and Honeydukes, and you will see a pixie pouring water into a cauldron there. In the window is an M. Take the tip of your wand and trace the M. The water stops with the pixie. And that's how you do that spell. The next spell we're going to do is we're going to open up the chocolate frogs box in the window here at Honeydukes. Now this spell is actually fairly easy. You're going to point straight at the box itself and you're going to do an R. The next spell over here at Hogsmeade is literally to the right of the Hogshead Inn, and it's Dogweed and Deathcaps. The window to the left here is very, very busy. It took me a long time to figure out not only if I'd done the spell right, but how to do the spell correctly. The spell itself is fairly easy, but your only indication that you did the spell is this flower right here. When that flower blooms, you've done the spell correctly. Now normally you would aim at the flower and do the spell, but here you're going to go up a little bit higher and you're going to do a small H. And as you can see, the flower blooms. Alright, the next spell on our tour here over at Hogsmeade, we're over here at Gladrags, and what we're going to do is we're going to make the tape measure in the tuxedo's pocket come down, and then we're going to do another spell to make it go back up. Now this spell is fairly simple. And then to make it go back up, we reverse it. This next spell, we're over by the cake shop, and they also have the cauldron shop right next door to it. It's directly across from Ollivanders. This spell, we're going to make the little snowman move around. The next spell is over here in the Allery area, right next to Dervish and Bangles. Now when you come in, go to the other side near the brick wall, and you'll see this little castle here. And the castle has a little character on a broom, probably Harry Potter, and a dragon chasing it. You aim at it and do a little 4. It starts the music box. Now this will go on and on and on until you turn it off. And to do that, you're going to do a small M, like we did with the pixies. And it turns it right off. There's only a few more spells over here in Hogsmeade. The next one is here, and you'll see Tales of Beetle the Bard. Now with this spell here, it opens up the book. Now this spell was a lot like Alohomora, because it is Alohomora. And it's just a simple full circle, come straight down. This spell right here is very unique. How do you know that you've actually cast the spell? The center ball will start to levitate a little bit. And this one's very simple. You're gonna come over and you can do a little U. And it levitates. Secret spell number 1. Here's the ink location. When you come into Harry Potter World over here in Universal, in the ink shop, to the left of the green door is the Wingardium Leviosa spell, which will which you saw earlier today. But over here to the right of the door is a piece of parchment, and this is a secret spell. You walk over and you do a reverse triangle, which is part of the Deathly Hallows. Words appear on the parchment. And if you notice, there's no medallion to mark the spell. So this is the second secret spell that's over here in Universal Studios Diagon Alley. Right across from Ollivanders Wand Emporium, you'll see a window here, and there's a wooden barrel with some dragon dung on it. Smell it. So to cast this spell, all you're going to do is put your wand to the base of the barrel and do a sideways P, and it will activate the spell. So it's going to be this. Sideways P. And that's your second secret spell. There's only 2 in the park. You've seen them both now. So.
Rhiannon.